Alright, Shalom. Before I start, going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachachodash. Do honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa'akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Another video to the Spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, this one right here. Hey, further going. You know, Esau talking about he has fatigue. You know, black fatigue. No. The real black fatigue is us, the Israelites, being tired of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which make up the biblical Israelites, we are tired of your system and of your way of life. We are tired of doing all the work and getting no credit. We are tired of being made the blame of all of your wickedness. All right? And, you know, we're tired of niggas too at the same time. But I found another clip, y'all. This first clip I'm going to play, and like somebody said in the comments, I felt what he was saying with every fiber in my body. Like somebody said in the comment, you're going to see this Jake lashes out. And you can tell from his speech patterns, the way that he is, he's probably never raised his voice like this at anybody in his life. But even he had to lash out, y'all. Us as Israelites, and specifically Israelite men, we're under the most ball-squeezing oppression we've ever been in, right? Confined to one woman, nigga, you broke, nigga, you ugly, nigga, you short, nigga, you not from such and such place, you have no prestige, right? Can't practice your customs, can't raise your children, get your children stripped from you. Here it is, you there at the hospital, your child's being born, they trying to shove you the fuck up out the room, right? Do shit to your woman, your kid. Do you want the baby daddy in here, man? Bitch, I'm standing right here, right? This is one of the toughest oppressions we've been under, because we're being denied our manhood on every level, spiritually and physically. And it leaves this horrible internal boil in your spirit that is waiting to just explode. Now, we have to be wise, and we can't let it explode, because it will get you into trouble. We're simply waiting on the return of Yahweh Shai, and we'll be eased from our burdens in this life. So let's let this video play.
American and white and human become synonyms. That why can't we just treat each other as human beings? To me, when I hear it from a white person, it means, why can't we all just pretend to be white people? I'll pretend you're a white person, and then you can pretend to be white. Why don't you eat what I eat?
Now, when he's saying this, they're laughing at him, y'all. And these are the ones I have black friends. I'm a Democrat. I love, but those are the same ones that laugh in your face. I don't mean to pause it. I'm gonna let it play through, but just notice that. He's telling you how he feels as a black man oppressed in this world, and they're laughing in his face like they do us. Y'all not the Israelites. You can't be the Israelites. Black people are lactose intolerant. Some fucking Amalekite faggot bastard said that. Come on.
You drink what I drink. Why don't you think like I think? Why don't you feel like I feel? God damn it, I'm so sick and goddamn tired of hearing about that. I'm sick of that. That's what it means to be human being to me. That's what it means to be white. That's what it means to be American. Why don't you come the hell over here? That's what I hear every goddamn day. And you know that I can't come over there. You know that this skin, and that this hair, and that this way to that talk, and that I think and I feel will never, ever get included, because I'm unpalatable to this goddamn nation. I'm unpalatable. You cannot swallow me. You cannot taste me. You cannot feel me, because you don't want to. You think that you can survive without me, but you can't, man. You think that, hey, it'll all be fine when we just treat each other like human beings. And what that says to me is, don't be yourself. Be like me. Keep me comfortable. Connect where I'm ready to connect. Come out to my place. Or maybe I'll come down and get some artifacts from your place. That is bullshit. American and white and human.
He shut that room up. He said a lot in that, y'all. He said a lot in that. And I feel everything that he said. That was generations of trauma lashing out. He said many things, y'all, and that did all those things encompass what we deal with. When they tell us to be good, they want us to be good according to whose standards? Their standards. Why can't we all be human? Like he said, that's just a translation. Why can't we all just act like white people? When Esau Edom, when he's talking about Blackfoot, he wants us to act like good little slave niggers, because you didn't have black fatigue when we were slaves, did you? Did you have black fatigue when we were slaves? No, you loved it, niggas. But now we're not slaves, right? Now it's an issue. Like he said, we can't come over and be like you. We are impalatable to this world, meaning they don't want to accept us. A food that's impalatable, meaning you can't eat it. You can't, swallow it down into your mouth. We'll never be like you. You'll never be like us. We can't come over to your side of the street. All right? He said a lot in that, y'all. He said, then they got that look on their face. And then, like he said, when y'all come down, you'll come down and just take some of our artifacts. And that's what it is. When they do come around you, what do? Take advantage of you, y'all. He said a lot in that. So let's get some scriptures, man. He said a lot in that. That's why it tells you what, y'all. Going back to Genesis 3:15, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. There's enmity, variance, difference between the seed of Jacob and the seed of Edom, which that's what this would go on to turn into. The seed of the serpent would go on to become the Edomites. The seed of the woman, by way of Adam, the sons of God, right, would go on to be Jacob. We're at variance. We will never agree. We will never get along. They don't tell us, they're not sincere when they say things to us. They want us to sit down and shut up and to be good slaves. They want us to eat what they eat, walk how they walk. They don't want to just accept that we're the Israelites and let us be. No, they want to exterminate us. I feel all of that, and I know y'all do too. We're tired. We're the ones that are oppressed. They oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage. Right, starting with this one, Zechariah 11:5, right at it. All right, it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that say, blessed be the Lord, and I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. So here it is. This man is our captor. He's butchered us, done all these propaganda campaigns against us, right? Broke up our families, whole entire literal CIA operations to break down Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? The Bay of Pigs invasion which failed, right? Wanted to overthrow Cuba, right? Niggas got beat up. Operation Mongoose, another, thing that they were going to do to frame Cuba. They were going to do false flag attacks on their own people, right? And to frame it as Cuba. But which, not to say that he's never done that before, which he has. But whole entire programs to destroy us as a people. Yet he points the finger at us. The reason why we're dysfunctional is because of us alone, which is true. Israelites have done much wickedness, right? Which is why we found ourselves in this captivity. We sinned against our God. Nevertheless, Esau Edom had a play in that. And then not only that, we get no mercy from our own people. So we're just in a whole goddamn blender of BS, getting treated like dog shit. And Esau profited off of it. That's why it says, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. These heathen that have captivated us, especially Esau, they gained their world power off of our backs, and they like to pretend like they didn't. That type of talk is just to dismiss their evil deeds. We're all human. I love everybody. Well, that doesn't take away from the fact that all these corporations that you have today, the majority of them were founded in slavery. And we were your original products and original labor force. Not just in America, in several captivities, y'all. Rome wasn't built in a day because it was built by the Israelites. Egypt, built up by the Israelites. All these heathen have had their hand in fucking us over. Psalms 83. Yet they're tired of us. No, we're tired of you. All right, and I got another one to speak to some of the sentiment that he was saying. We as Israelites, you have to forego your nature and adhere to the Edomites' nature if you want to be accepted in society or seen as intelligent, right? People don't. You're only accepted if you went through his system of college and gained massive amounts of debt, right? Wear his clothes, that goddamn 3-piece suit. Get his form of a haircut, in which everything that he glorifies is completely anti-scriptural and is against everything that our God has told us to do. Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. All right, our people trim their natural Israelite way to seek love from the enemy. And it all becomes an entire soup bowl of wickedness in the first place. All right, or at the end result. Excuse me. We're in quite the conundrum, which is why he lashed out in that frustration. All right, and he also said something, going to that Luke. Now, this is dealing in the kingdom of heaven, right? This is a parable. The fact that we in the kingdom of heaven, the Israelites, we're going to be on a level that these heathen, especially Esau, Edom, will never be able to attain. They cannot come to our side, neither can we go to their side. But this goes to show you that there's a difference between us, y'all. As much as a coon might want to, he will never be fully accepted nor integrated into Edom. As much as an Edomite might want to, right? We understand the Israelite foreigners, but there's certain of these folk that are Edomites. All right, so, hey, certain white bitch, it don't matter if you put black pee-pee in your mouth. You a white bitch. You're gonna be destroyed. God damn it. Straight up, straight down. Luke 16:26. And besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Our lots are set. They are them, and we are us. Now in the kingdom, we're going to have the good lot that they're going to be drooling after. But right now in this world, they have the good lot. And it doesn't matter if you go as a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man. It doesn't matter if you go marry a white bitch. You're going to get discriminated against, right? Or some whatever heathen. You the only nigga at an East Indian party. Yeah, they're going to be looking at you funny, talking behind you. You know, you a so-called Latino, right? Up in the Northern Kingdom, they good for getting on a white bitch. Then the family still look at you as just a grass-cutting spigger. Couple letters off from nigga. God damn it. No matter what we do, no matter what we say, no matter how many government positions we get into, no matter how many accolades and awards you get, you're still just a nigga. You can never cross over and be accepted. And it's the same for them. They can't cross to us, we can't cross to them. Let me go back to my boy, man. He laid it out.
No, just because you are American and white and human become synonyms. That why can't we just treat each other as human beings? To me, when I hear it from a white person, it means why can't we all just pretend to be white people? I'll pretend you're a white person, and then you can pretend to be white. Why don't you eat what I eat? Why don't you drink what I drink? Why don't you think like I think?
They're laughing in his face, and that's a part of the very sentiment. While he's sitting there explaining how he feels, right, as a so-called black man being oppressed in this world, they're laughing in his face. And they do this to us today, y'all, as the Israelites. They don't take us serious, but they're going to take us serious when that sky crack. I bet you that. It doesn't matter how civil you talk. It doesn't matter how straight you walk. It doesn't matter. You can be driving the most bland-ass, just a bland-ass, weak sauce-ass car. Because, Jake like to be, styled out, right? It don't matter how much tea you drink. It don't matter how much you debase your voice and sound non-threatening. All right, here it is. A nigga will wear, a particular type of shoe to, so he, it don't matter if you stop wearing Jordans, you wear Edomite shoes, right? It don't matter. They'll never accept you. So it's an eternal conundrum. They're telling us to be like them. They're telling us if we just acted more like them, acted more white and civil, because to them, that's what being civil is, being more like an Edomite, then they'll love us and things will be good. But it's a fucking lie and a sham. There will forever be a difference between us.
Why don't you feel like I feel? God damn it, I'm so sick and goddamn tired of hearing about that. I'm sick of that. That's what it means to be human being to me. That's what it means to be white. That's what it means to be American. Why don't you come the hell over here? That's what I hear every goddamn day. And you know that I can't come over there. You know that this skin and that this hair and that this way that I talk and that I think and I feel will never, ever get included because I'm unpalatable to this goddamn nation. I'm unpalatable. You cannot swallow me. You cannot taste me. You cannot feel me because you don't want to. You think that you can survive without me, but you can't, man. You think that, hey, it'll all be fine when we just treat each other like human beings. And what that says to me is, don't be yourself. Be like me. Keep me comfortable. Connect where I'm ready to connect. Come out to my place. Or maybe I'll come down and get some artifacts from your place. That is bullshit.
Yep, he silenced them. He silenced them. And you can't say nothing against what he just said. And that little necessary, super necessary rant. What he spoke was nothing but the truth. Which made Edom hella uncomfortable, which is why they shut up.
I drink, why don't you think like I think? Why don't you feel like I feel? God damn it, I'm so sick and goddamn tired of hearing about that. I'm sick of that. That's what it means to be human being to me. That's what it means to be white. That's what it means to be American. Why don't you come the hell over here? That's what I hear every goddamn day. And you know that I can't come over there. You know that this skin and that this hair and that this way that I talk and that I think and I feel will never, ever get included because I'm unpalatable to this goddamn nation. I'm unpalatable. You cannot swallow me. You cannot taste me. You cannot feel me because you don't want to. You think that you can survive without me.
Because you don't want to. And that's the biggest one. They're simply wicked. It's not deep. They're simply wicked. They don't want to. They don't care. Right? It's either do their way or die. There is no compromise. And that's, that whole diversity thing, it's a lie. Because if diversity was real, why is they blowing up the Ishmaelites? If diversity is real, why why do they show up and make everybody live according to his way? All right, it's a bunch of hogwash. I got another one actually, because like I said, to be accepted in this world as an Israelite man, you have to put on the image of Esau, Edom. We're not about to do that over here. The elect ain't, right? We put on the image of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Now we know how to act and we move with wisdom, but we ain't finna coon out just for a couple of benefits in this world.
What's the biggest lie they tell black men?
All black men are criminals, or they try to paint it like all black men are just cannibal, like just weirdos and all that shit. No, nigga, you're not a black man. Just because you're a black man, no, you're not a criminal. No, you don't steal. No, you're not a pimp. No, you're not a gangster. No, just because you're a black man, you ain't none of that. I'm the world's greatest square. I'm loving life. You know what I'm saying? God is good as a square. And they told black men to lie, like you got to be tough and bold to be successful and happy. I'm living proof that that's a lie. I'm not on no hardcore shit. I'm a man, but I'm not trying to be nobody's gangster, pimp, drug dealer, scammer. That's not who I am. I'm a man, a hardworking black man.
What's the biggest lie they tell black men?
All black men are criminals, or they try to paint it like all black men are just cannibal, like just weirdos and all that shit. No, nigga, you're not a black man. Just because you're a black man, no, you're not a criminal. No, you don't steal. No, you're not a pimp. No, you're not a gangster. No, just because you're a black man, you...
So once again, we see this fact that us as Israelites men, we deal with a conundrum, right? In between a rock and a hard place. To go the coon route or go the nigga monkey route. Either way, they point the finger at you and you're the villain and the bad guy of the earth. When really, he's the villain and he's the bad guy of the earth. All right, he tells us to have all this acceptance and love, and he doesn't. Even these Christians, right? They tell us to love everybody. Well, if y'all love everybody, why are y'all so mean and critical of the Israelites? Right? I thought you were supposed to love everybody. So you see, this is the eternal struggle that we deal with in this world, specifically the Israelite man. Right? You're not going to be accepted here. You're not going to be loved here. It's a lie. Right? And matter of fact, what was it told? We would get sent into these captivities, that we would be what? Yep, Deuteronomy 28 and 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knewest not eat up, and thou shalt only be oppressed and crushed all way. We are oppressed and crushed fully, thoroughly, and completely in every aspect of our life here as Israelites, as an Israelite man specifically. Because the woman, right, Israelite woman, she can go lay down in a white man's bed and get some retrieve, right, to try to ease the burden. You don't have that luxury as an Israelite man. So we just go through the whole ringer, from rooter to the tutor, and that's if you don't get aborted on the way in. This man is a whole liar. He speaks one way with his tongue, right? He did not he speak nothing but lies to the natives here, and then what? Stab them in the backs. Psalms 55 and 21, right at it, says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, straight up and straight down. He pretends to be kind. He pretends to be considerate. He pretends to care and to be loving. And as soon as you turn around, there's going to be a blade going through your back. That's the reality of this world. There will never be peace between us. Genesis 25. Y'all already know. 2 nations are in thy womb. And we're always adverse against one another. Esau Edom has always tried to paint himself as the good guy. And in reality, he's the bad guy. So that's about it, y'all. I've seen that video, man. It ignites flames in you, or it should, right? This place is bullshit, and these people are bullshit. So that's it, y'all. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chachorash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Wa Aqua, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.